More Perfect Union, an organization that you should definitely be following on social media because they've been putting out great pieces specifically on union resurgence in the country. They've been following these labor movements on the ground, including the Starbucks unionization effort. They spoke with a former Starbucks manager named Brittany Harrison, and she revealed to them that she was fired after, I guess, helping expose Starbucks' union busting. Brittany has cancer. She was also forced to work as she was feeling incredibly sick from cancer, and she tells her story here.
So October 14th, we had this meeting that was supposed to be about the fall launch, but it wasn't. And I was like, yeah, I need to record this meeting because I'm gonna have to pull off and support my team. I'm gonna need to refer back to this. I don't wanna miss anything because this is such an important launch. And so I started recording. I did not realize what I was going to record.
We're a huge company. Union would love to get a hold of us. How much money they would make off of us?
The meeting started with my district manager saying, let's talk about what's going on in Buffalo. It kind of all unraveled from there, and they started talking about the union, why the union is bad, why the union doesn't align with Starbucks missions and values, why partners who want to be part of the union aren't true partners to Starbucks. The union was painted in a very negative light, which made me uncomfortable because I have family that's in union. And so I'm sitting there while she's talking about how unions are like the Catholic Church because you have to talk to a priest if you want to talk to God, just like in unions you have to talk to a union representative if you want to talk to anyone. None of this makes sense. None of these things are appropriate to say, and you're saying how all of these partners want more than what they deserve. I was asking to have fewer days. I was asking for what my other options were. I was told I could go on a leave of absence, but those are unpaid. And also you would have to pay your benefits out of your own pocket. And also you couldn't get a second job because then Starbucks wouldn't be required to give you benefits, which obviously wouldn't work for me because I can't be unpaid and paying bills, right? I remember calling my district manager in tears. I was like, I don't have family, I don't have friends. I have no one. What am I supposed to do?
All right, let's pause there. I think if you want to see the full video, you should go over to More Perfect Union. But obviously, it's incredibly disturbing. And like, I just keep hearing echoing in my brain, even from Howard Schultz's presidential run, but before that as well. Starbucks, most progressive corporation in America, Starbucks treating its employees correctly, able to be a multinational corporation in this day and age of corporate malfeasance, and actually is providing for its employees. And obviously it's not the case. Like they can do all these racial trainings. They can allow in New York City anybody to use your bathrooms, even if you're not a customer and you can't buy anything. But when it comes to, like, I mean, they literally touted that, and that is a good thing for houseless people in the city. I understand that.
But that is another thing. Like, they're part of that problem that Denver built the public bathrooms in the first place, and they get business from that.
Yes, exactly. And so for the most part, that is really just the issue is that we don't have any public spaces in this country. And so like they can respond and do, you know, like I just pulled up an article from the HR Digest. Starbucks once again sets precedent as most progressive company in the world, and it's because of just from a public relations perspective, they're happy to have that branding. But when it cuts into their bottom line, oh boy. And that's what you're going to see with like firing and retaliating against a woman who has cancer because she exposed that effort.
And you see how these things compound too. Like the way she said, I was offended by what they're saying about people in unions because I have family in unions. Unfortunately, that's not an experience I have. Like, I don't know. I'm from North Dakota. Like, I don't know anybody. The closest I knew to somebody in a union was the guy on my block who worked for the railroad. But people, and that's why, like, these victories can, even though we're so far behind, like, I think 1.2% of food and drink workers like this are in a union. But if you can start to build that, so all of a sudden people know somebody who's in this scary union that, again, like people are saying, is between you and God somehow, as if you have unfiltered access to a God through your boss somehow, when you don't have a union. Like, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I think that was, I mean, and always film your boss when they're doing stuff like this too. That's another good thing, is film them like they're cops.
I'm looking at some of the international statistics on unions just to make that yeah, I got it, Bradley, don't worry. Just to hammer that home. In Iceland, over 90% of total employees are in labor unions. Canada, it's 26.5%, which is low compared to a lot of other European countries. UK, 24.7%. The United States is down at 10.6%. And that's the result of a many years long effort in that area. And when you see these changes, as Matt said, it can have generational effects, because if you know somebody who's in the union and you have that literacy and there's that skeleton there for you, you're more likely to understand your rights and push for unionization in your workplace.
And if the internet offers any opportunity, it should be, if as far as democratized communication go, it should be these narratives of the workers rising up against their bosses. That's, I think, a good aspiration for us all.
Wow, we have breaking news. Sorry. Thank you so much for Margot from Mass from writing in. Buffalo Starbucks union succeeded. Oh. Not sure if you missed it already.
I sent that to you guys in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see.
There's a video of them celebrating too.
That's really, really exciting. I mean, awesome.
The first ever Starbucks to unionize.